Hi everyone, it's Lillian here, and thank you for joining me for another Monday evening of crafting, and especially as it's the end of the holiday weekend. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and did some great things and had some time to relax. Maybe in the comment section as we're getting going here, you could share one thing that you did this weekend. One of the things that happened around here is my husband planted the garden. As many of you know, I'm not the gardener, he is, but he got the vegetable garden in and started to plant a few of the annuals and that kind of thing. He's itching to do more, but that'll all happen in the next few days. But the yard is transforming. It's spring here in Spruce Grove, Alberta, and as the trees are in bloom, some of you saw the picture of our apple tree. It is just full of bees. They're just so busy. They're in bee heaven, I think. So, and now there's I don't know, I think it's a ornamental crab apple or something just coming out. Nice deep pink it's coming out. So it looks lovely. So lots happening this week. It's the last week of May, believe it or not. So let's go down to my desk and take a gander at what's going on. We'll just go down there. And it didn't flip, so you again got a close-up of me. There we go. Sometimes that's just too much information. I see some of you. Hi, Roz. It's so good to have you here. Let's see who else is here. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. And let's get going. So, I'm going to bring that back in just a minute, but I do want to talk about what is happening right now. So it's the end of May. So one of the things ending May 31st is the Join Plus. Now the Join Plus is when you join Stamping Up. If you do it by May 31st, you get extra stuff. You get more free stuff. So when you join Stamping Up, it's always a great deal. I always say it's the best deal in the book. And so you get $135. Normally you would get $165 worth of product, but right now you get $206. And there's no shipping and handling, no GST, and Stamping Up doesn't care if you're just joining for the good deal. They're fine with that. So never ever feel that you can't join because you just want to join for the good deal and you have no intention of doing anything else. No worries about that. They are fine. Or you can join and be what we call a happy shopper, enjoy discount shopping. Or you can join and share have a few friends shop with you. Or you can make it whatever you want. That's the joy of this particular type of thing. And I see Fran and Judy and a few more people on here. Excellent. Another thing that will end, not the end of May, but pretty soon in June, is the Connect, Craft, and Collect. So if you want to host a party or put in an order yourself, and once it reaches $300, you get an extra $30 in host Stampin' Rewards. Stampin' Rewards is the free stuff. So that's always a good thing. So be aware of that if you have a big order. Hi, Karen. Welcome aboard. So good to have you here. And then last but not least, drum roll please, Stamping Staycation is this Saturday. So that means registration ends Thursday at noon. There we go. So I think most of you are totally familiar with Stamping Staycation by now. I've been chatting about it a lot. But for those of you who are not, it's an online event. It is over 5 hours of videos, tutorials, tips and tricks, all of that kind of thing. And because it's online, if you're busy on the 29th, or if you get tired on the 29th, or whatever, you can watch it then, you can watch it the next day, you can watch it the next week, the next month, the next year. It's going to be there forever. And the other nice thing is because we're encouraging you to use your own supplies, we're going to show you how to adapt the projects to your own supplies. you can take part no matter where in the world you live. So, as we often say, whether you live down the road or on the other side of the world, you could take part. So my daughter-in-law in the Netherlands, she could sign up and take part because there's no product being shipped. You are just having access to great teaching and ideas and lots of fun. And those of you on here who've been to Stamping Staycation, maybe share one thing that you have liked about Stamping Staycation, or something that you look forward to, or something like that. Well, I'm getting this here. So tonight, what I'm going to do is case the catalog. That is one of the best places I find for getting ideas is the catalog itself. And I'm actually going to case this card right here. And you might say, well, it's not Christmas, Lillian. Well, casing means you can adapt it to whatever. I am not making a Christmas card. I'm using this layout and idea here. So this is on page 88 of the catalog. There's the page number down there. And I love this suite here, but that is the card we're casing. So let's see where I'm going with it. And Karen, you can't wait for Stamping Staycation. Yay, that's just what we want to hear. We can't wait either. We've got everything ready and we're anxious to get going. So here, let me bring in what I'm using tonight. I am going to feature polished pink. So it's one of the new in colors. And you say, woo, that's already very different from what you're casing. Yes. So I'm starting with a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11. And I've scored it at 5 1/2. So it's your basic card shape, and it's going to go landscape format or horizontal. So let's bring in my bone folder and let's just crease that while I've got that in my hand. And then I'm bringing in some shimmery white, and this is 2 1/2 by 5. And then I'm bringing in Blushing Bride, and it's 2 3/4 by 5 1/2, and this is going to layer onto here. And then I've brought in some basic gray, and it's 2 7/8 by 5 1/2. So all of the pieces are the same width as the card. They're all the same that way, but these two pieces here in width are 1/4 of an inch different. And then this one is 1/8. When I'm creating, I like to vary my borders. So I like to change it up. Now, I have a question for you, because after I did it, I kind of looked at it, and you know how you second guess yourselves sometimes? Do you like it better with the smoky slate? Here, I'll give you a bit more of a border here so you can see. Do you like that color combo better? Or the basic gray, the dark gray? What do you think? You leave me a comment and I'll keep rambling. I'm also going to use some scraps of the shimmery white, some scraps of the polished pink, and we're going to get busy and create here. So first off, well, your basic gray is Karen's idea. Basic gray. Okay, we're going to go with the basic gray. There we go. We've made the decisions there. First off, with this piece here, I'm going to bring in some embossing folders that are new to me, and they're the new narrow ones that will fit in the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and they're called Thanks and Hello. They come to the package, so when you order it, you get both. And this one here is hello, and it's hello in lots of different languages. I don't know if you can see there. Bonjour. Well, I murder languages, so I should better be quiet. And then here it is in copper foil, so you can see how gorgeous that is. And then there's also the other one that is for thanks, and again, it's all in different languages. So, danke, grazie, that kind of thing. And here it is in copper. So we're going to use the thanks, and we're going to run our shimmery white through it, and by the magic of your being prepared ahead of time, I've got it already done. So there it is in shimmery white, just like that. So we've got that step done. Now let's bring the card in. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So this is the card I designed. I've already decided to tweak it a little bit. And then just before I started my Facebook Live, I thought, ooh, I bet it would be pretty neat to switch some of these colors around. So this is just for future reference. And my brain just doesn't stop. But what if I put this color next to here and then the gray, and then this was my background color? We could do that, or we could make more put white in the background. So there's just all kinds of possibilities, but we're going to go with this one right here. So let me just kind of walk you through this one. What I want to do first off is bring in a new bundle in the new catalog, and it's called Plentiful Plants, and I have a class coming up. I haven't picked the date yet, but it will be pretty soon. I'll be advertising for it. And then it has the dies, and these are just so good. For those of you who are in my age group and remember doing macrame, it's got the macrame hanger because it's all the rage again now. We've got these great plant pots, and then these already have lots of definition in them. And then there's just all of these kinds of things like that. So we're going to use that. And we're also going to use one of my favorite new dies called Tailor Made, and it's these tags right here. So let's put those to the side, and I'm going to bring in these stamps right here and just do a little bit of a background before we get going any further. So I'll bring this in. Because it's photopolymer, I like to put a cushion underneath, and this is a nice spongy kind of thing. Let's move this out of the way. And I know now from experience that I have to get these right up in the corner like that. And I'm going to use the smaller one down here just for a little variation. And we'll go down here like that. And you say, well, what are you talking about, Lillian? A voice of experience. If you could see in here, I purposely didn't glue this in because look at, I didn't put them high enough. And then when I put all of the papers on, they were covered. So now I will just cover them with the liner and no one will be any of the wiser. Oh, Roz, you were just playing with this bundle? Excellent. You'll have to share what you were doing. I'd love to see. Then I went to, sorry, I'm sort of like a schizophrenic talker here sometimes. I went to Friends like Seashells and got some sprinkles. And I wanted just to put a few sprinkles here, but I didn't want them too strong. So I'm going to stamp them off once and just add just a little bit there. And a bit there. Just softens it. And there we go. We've got that done, and we'll just do that up for now and close that up, and we can start now to assemble our pieces because that's the point we're at. So we've got these. Here we go. So now we're going to put adhesive on the back of here. And glue it to the Blushing Bride. And with the liquid glue, I can wiggle it around and hopefully get it straight. There we go. But it's whatever glue you're comfortable using. It really doesn't matter. I just, over the years, have gradually shifted over to this. I haven't always been a liquid glue person, but I love the multi-purpose glue now, and it's really holds firmly once it's dried a smidge. There, we've got our layers made like that, and we're just going to stick it to the front of the card. Here we go, like this, and you can arrange it wherever you want. It can be a little higher, a little, oh, I forgot something. If we looked at the what I'm casing here, there's a little sprig there, and I decided I wanted to put a little sprig there too. Now on this one, I had to put it in afterwards because I forgot it on this one too. I stamped on polished pink with polished pink and cut it out with the die. And then after I was finished, I thought, ooh, I think I have another idea. So, but before I do that, then I also did this to try that variation like that. Then I went and cut it out with the Shimmer Vellum, the polished pink Shimmer Vellum. I'm totally addicted to this stuff, folks. I truly am. It is so pretty. So now when I put this on, I am going to duck under my phone here so I can see, and just have some polished pink peeking out. And I want to angle it a bit more so it shows. There we go. Now before I push it all down in, make sure it's not going to get caught in an envelope. Good thing I did that little test. There we go. I think we've got that pretty straight, at least from my angle. So that's what we're doing here. And now the next step is we're going to do some stamping. And so in the shimmery white, I cut out, try embossing the vellum. Oh, that would be absolutely gorgeous. I am sure. Yes. Good idea, Roz. I am going to do that as soon as I'm finished here, I think, now that you've reminded me to do that. I've taken the thank you from the same stamp set, the plants one, and I'm going to stamp down, and I forgot to put a foam under it, so I'm just going to hold it down for a while and then lift it up, and there we go. We've got that done. And now I want to show you that with the tags, where's that tags die? You also get, now one of them is being used somewhere else, you get little reinforcer types of things, and that's how, how's that for a technical term? Reinforcer types of things. That's how I got this. But I want to show you a little tip. So when I'm going to use small dies or intricate dies, I like to, if I remember, to use adhesive sheets. And adhesive sheets, there's a whole sheet of double-sided adhesive. And what you do is you just cut off what you need and then keep the rest. And as you can see, I keep a lot. And let's pull this one in. Now, I know that I need just a bit, and I want it narrower than this. I don't want it to overhang because it will gum up everything else. So I want to have a border like that, so that it doesn't matter if it's straight. Now, these sheets do have places that make it easy to peel, but of course I've cut off a piece that didn't. So I'm just going to use my fingernail, and if all else fails, I'll use my take your pick tool, but I see it's coming. There we go. Now one side is really sticky and one side is nice and smooth. And I'm just going to peel the smooth side back a bit and hold it like a holder here and stick the sticky side down. Then I'm going to peel off, so if you can see here, peel off the rest. And then I've got adhesive stuck on there. So you can make your own stickers for grandkids or for yourself or that kind of thing. Then I can turn it over, put my die on here, run it through, and it's all done and ready to go. So that's what I did with this one here. So, oh, no, I didn't. Make a liar out of me. That's what I thought I did with this one, but it must have skipped. Well, I'll put a dab of glue on there, but that is normally what I do. It makes life so much easier, and I absolutely love them. Karen, they're a lifesaver. Oh, they are. So I'm living dangerously here now because I thought I had that done. But there we go. And the extra ones, I just keep in with my dies in a little clear envelope. Let me see if you can see here. So here, I've used these a lot. So I keep anything extra I've got in here, and then it saves my life more than once. So now I've got it looking like this, and I'm going to bring in the gorgeous coordinating ribbon. Don't you just love Stampin' Up's coordination? And this ribbon is so soft and so pretty, and you're looking at this and saying, that doesn't look like that. Well, I decided to do something a little bit different with this ribbon. I decided to cut it down the middle, because ribbon can be taken apart, used as is, or taken apart. Some people even cut this in 3 strands. So right along the thick edge, then you've got the sheer, and then here, so you could have 3. I'm going to just cut it in 2, but that's always a possibility. So now I'm getting a narrower ribbon. This ribbon is so nice and soft, but it just makes it look a little frou-frou-y. Frou-frou-y? Whatever. So now I'm going to fold it in half. There we go. And put the fold, the bend, in through the hole. And pull it through. And once I've got that loop big enough that I can work with it, that's why I cut this a little bit longer than I need, just so I would have some room to work with. I'll just pull all the ends through that loop and give a tug. And then I've missed tugging one piece here. There it is. There we go. And there, I've got it looking like that. Isn't that fun? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, stop playing. And now what I'm going to do is, oh, I know what I forgot. I also thought that it might look kind of neat to have this just behind here. What do you think? Do you like that look? I think it adds just a little bit more. So I'm going to do that. Now, because that's vellum, I think what I'm going to do is use my seal. And let's arrange that behind like that. And then on this one, again, I use stamped leaves, but I'm sure you can predict where I'm going now. I'm going to bring in the Shimmer Vellum leaves here. So let's see. I think we're going to arrange things sort of like that. So I'm going to put the adhesive just on here. This vellum is a little more forgiving than some vellums with adhesives. But again, I'm just going to hide it, and I'm going to have dimensionals on the tag anyway, so that will help hold things down as well. So speaking of dimensionals, let's bring them in. There we go. Now, I was careful not to put a dimensional on the part of the vellum that's sticking out because I didn't want it to show. And let's see. Yeah, whoops. Had a little glue on my finger and the vellum came with me. Let's rearrange things here. There we go. Okay, I think it might want a little bit, one more glue dot just to stabilize that vellum. And I think we'll just tuck it under like that. There we go. Get this out of the way. And now we have one crowning touch just to finish it off. We're going to bring in the jewels, the in-color jewels. Now, the in-colors this year have been the most popular in-colors that Stampin' Up! Has had in recent history. In fact, maybe in all time. But they have, the in-colors have been selling faster than hotcakes. Not as fast as, but faster than hotcakes. And the jewels sold out almost immediately. There's more on the way, but right now you can't get them, but you will be able to soon. So we're going use some of these. I've got a few left, so we're going to use them because we're featuring polished pink here. Now, if you were desperate for polished pink ones and you need them right away, what you can do is take your rhinestones or your pearls and color them with polished pink blends, because the blends are still available. So that works. So you like the pink behind the thank you? Yes, I do too, Fran. I think that really makes it pop. I quite like that. Now I'll just bring in my ribbon scissors and maybe trim up some of my stuff here, which I could do off camera later on, but they're a little bit unruly. We'll stop there and then I can touch it up later. But there you go. There is the card cased from that page in the catalog. And here it is, my first version, and then I changed it up a little bit. So what do you think? Do you like it with the shimmer vellum or with touches or without? And while you're writing that in, and by the way, thank you so much for adding your comments. I really appreciate it, because that is what increases it shows me love. And Facebook likes it when you show me love. That's just a little bit crazy, I know. But anyway, so you're with the vellum. Okay, and the extra pink. Yeah, I do too. It was sort of like I made this, and then all of a sudden I was picking up these samples, and I went, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. But there's always another card, right? So you just got in my making process. So here's a few more ideas that I've done with the tags. I've done lots more, but this is what I'm sharing tonight. So I used the peaches from last week, and then here is the pale papaya shimmer vellum, and this here and the pale papaya ribbon. So just a fun little tag like that. This one many of you have seen. It's got the embossing folder there, but the tags are layered up in this new twine that we've got. And this is a gift card holder here. And this is again using the tags. As you can see, I'm rather fond of the tags. I've used them a lot. Now back to casing the catalog ideas. This is a catalog case from page 62. Now let's grab the catalog and look at page 62 and see what it is from there that caught my eye. I really liked this card here. When I looked at it a little more closely, I saw the different layers of strips of cardstock behind that had been texturized and that. Now I didn't have this stamp, and so I switched it out and used another in color, the Fresh Freesia. I still did the strips of cardstock that were the same as this, only just embossed. I embossed some vellum, stamped the same flower image on the vellum and white embossed it, put this on top and put the ribbon behind with the pastel pearl. So there is another catalog case just for you to see. And here are a few more cards I want to share. This is this gorgeous, gorgeous designer paper. Oh, is it, well, what's the name of it? Expressions in Ink, is it? Can somebody help me out with the name of that paper? It is absolutely gorgeous. So all I did was put a piece of the paper here and add a few embellishments, and that's the card. The paper does it all. This is a card that I received from Karen Yeoman. So thank you, Karen. I just love how she used the elegant suite here, the Simply Elegant suite. Look what she's done here. Just gorgeous. Expressions in Ink. That's it. I knew I was off a little bit. And then I cased this from some demonstrators that shared it online too. Just the tree image from the Beauty of Friendship one. And again, I just love the words that come from there. So those are the cards I have to share with you tonight. So this is back to the ones that we did, but don't hesitate to use the catalog as your inspiration. If you're stuck with ideas, start there. And don't forget also Stamping Staycation, register right away because things are happening there. There are different things going on there. You can win prizes. for early participation, that kind of thing. And don't forget all the specials that are going on. So thank you for spending a holiday Monday with me. And if you're watching on YouTube, my grandson says I have to remember to say this. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. I love that too. So thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.